Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building with us today.
Yes, indeed.
Chadwick Boseman, welcome.
Thank you for letting me feel welcome.
You got 21 Bridges coming.
That's right.
This your first film not associated with Black Panther since 2017. You feel any pressure?
Nah, I feel completely free.
Okay.
Completely free. It's just good to be doing something different. Glad I have that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad to be able to step into a different genre and style and play.
And you're playing a cop, so how are we gonna feel about you after this? Or while we're watching it? Are we gonna like you, or are we gonna not like you?
How you feel about cops?
It depends. There's some good cops
I don't know
cops.
your history, you know.
There's some good cops and some bad cops. So what kind of cop are you?
I'm a cop.
I
think the job comes with, you dealing with situations where you're judging things, and as a judge, sometimes you do right, you do wrong.
It's not a normal cop though. You're hunting down people who kill cops.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
That's never pleasant.
But we don't know what happens at the end. See, at the end, they don't show us the whole thing in the trailer.
Yeah.
He finally catches the guy. They're in the train, but we don't know what happens, what he does out of that. Does he understand the guy's story?
Did you just give the whole movie away?
I don't know. I mean, that's in the trailer. I don't know. We don't know what happens.
Hey, I think we must be telling people too much in these trailers. It's a situation where everybody's a little dirty. That's the best. I don't want to give anything away. Everybody has, in the job, I'm not saying the job it requires them to break the law, but in the midst of judging the law, that's part of it. It's sort of biblical. It's a book called Judges. Mm-hmm. So that's the reality of the job, and I think we try to explore it in the most real way we can. And I was with real cops the entire time. It's from pre-production on. I trained with the LAPD officer, and then we were in New York doing ride-alongs with NYPD detectives.
How was that?
It was scary at first. I have to admit, as a black man, you get in the back of the police car, you're like,
it's not a good place to be.
Just don't feel good. But then they're talking to you, you're like, okay, yeah, there's no cage, I'm good. And they're human beings.
So did it change your opinion of cops?
It didn't. It changed my opinion of the people, not of the institution necessarily, the history of it, all the way back to slavery. Yeah. So exactly. So it's, it didn't change that, but at the same time, it made me understand why people are the way they are. There are people trying to do the right thing, and there are people that are not, and they were honest about that.
What other special preparation mentally did this role require?
Mentally, we had to stay up all night to shoot it, and so that helps you to get into a space where, these guys are up. If a case catches fire or they get a lead, they're up 3 nights in a row, just no sleep. They have bunk beds at the precinct. They may go in there for a second, but they're sleeping in the car. So there's a certain amount of craze that you get into, and a certain amount of focus that you have to have, and adrenaline. And so that starts to happen over a certain point where you're like, oh, that choice didn't make sense, except that he's tired. You know what I'm saying? So that's the place I think part of it helps you to get into the body of the character.
How much did you have to think about doing this role? Was it one of those things, was it a problem like, damn, do I really want to play a cop right now with everything that's going on?
Yeah, no, I had to think about it.
Because of Black Panther, it was like, did you have to think about that?
Well, see, that's a question, but then that's the reason to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because, one, you have to get out of your box. You have to get out of your way, your ego, because it ain't about being loved. Mm-hmm. That, like, if you're seeking people's approval when you act, then you made them. That's the first mistake. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So because
I think in life period, but
yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So it's the reason to do it. It's the reason to like, oh, okay, and compassion is everything. So stepping inside the shoes of somebody that you may normally not agree with is a good thing, to explore that life for a second we need that. We need people trying to understand both sides of a thing in order to make the right decision for everybody.
Plus, Black Panther 2 is coming in 2022, so they'll love you again. So.
They'll love, yeah. Look,
damn, she said again.
Yeah,
like they never gonna love you for nothing else.
Listen. I asked her, I was like, well, I don't know. How do you feel? Like, I see how you feel. Like,
listen, you're described as a trigger happy cop in the description.
Yeah.
I don't like trigger happy cops.
Yeah, but the situations in the movie, you know, I can tell you this because it's in the trailer. You know, his father was killed, and so the character has this need to get close to where the wrong is. He's been trying to find who did this. He knows who did it, but he's been trying to right that wrong and find justice. So he gets closer to evil than normal. So he does pull his trigger more.
Right.
Like, it's not necessarily that he's killing, but it's a good question because that's when you ask that question, did you have to think about it? You know, as I'm reading, I'm like, I don't know, because if he's killing us for no reason in the street, stop and frisk, whatever, then I have a problem with that.
Was there any lingering trauma from this role that you had to unpack then after the film?
No. I don't think not in terms of. It's interesting because usually I have to have a sort of exorcist, you know, but I think with this, because the whole thing is sort of like that, it didn't require that. So, you know, for me, the first time we went to the gun range and I was like, oh, I'm using this gun, and I had issues with it. So through the course of it actually helped me as opposed to me having to get rid of something.
I wonder about coincidence, right? Because I'm a conspiracy theorist. So you got this movie coming out, which is about a man hunting people for killing cops. Right. And Queen and Slim comes out next week, which is about two black people on the run for killing a cop. Right. Did Hollywood do that on purpose?
That's why I love you, man. It's funny to hear because that's a lot of times people do feel like Hollywood is there's a conspiracy there. And sometimes it might be. This is just because here's the difference. We did this.
Right.
Lena is spearheading her thing. There's no white person behind her telling her to do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And with this, I'm a producer on this film, so it wouldn't get made if I didn't want it to get made. There's no big brother anywhere telling us.
You don't have to be involved if you don't want to.
If the conspiracy is happening, it's happening because the creator is making it happen, not because, you know, some person down here is making it happen.
I wonder what the creator is trying to tell us with this.
I don't know.
Being released 2 weeks apart.
Hey, we got to look at it. We should explore it. But that's what should be happening though with our art. I think especially right now at this particular time when a lot of us are working and a lot of us are creating things, which is two different things, by the way, because that's happening and we're now getting the chance to see our work and our light in a way that we never have. Now our aesthetic can go to a different level. Mm-hmm. What we expect out of a movie and how we sort of, because that's Renaissance. That's how they did it back in the day. Everybody sort of playing off of each other. So it's not intentional. We didn't choose to do it, but maybe we should do that sometime.
You know
what I'm saying? Maybe we should do that.
Yeah, you can only do that when you're in total control though, because then you can dictate release dates and, you know.
Hey,
yeah.
Lena's got control, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you have a Spike Lee movie coming too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So the Five Bloods. It was incredible to work with him, you know, because it's like a dream. You grow up watching Spike Lee movies, and then he calls you and he says, "Hey, I want you to do this movie." You're like, "Oh, son." And
so not even an audition or nothing. I just want you. I already know, because you don't. Do you still have to audition for anything?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, you don't audition.
What was your last audition?
I don't know. That's funny.
That's a good problem.
That's funny. I'm trying to remember what the last one was exactly.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, but that just came out there. Yeah, I was talking about that last night.
You had to audition for Guardians of the Galaxy?
So what's it?
Yeah, you were supposed to be in Guardians of the Galaxy?
I wasn't supposed to be. No, it's like one of those, like, they call me in for the audition. A lot of times I used to be like, I'm just going to perform for these people. I don't know if I'm gonna get this. So in my mind, it wasn't something that I was gonna do. It was just like I'm going in front of this particular casting director, and she's there. There are certain casting directors that are amazing.
How would you have felt if they said we want you to play Rocket the Raccoon?
But it would be the voice.
Yeah, but even still,
it would be the voice. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Black man playing Rocket the Raccoon.
I don't know.
I can see the conspiracy theories now.
But you,
I can see the woke think pieces.
I don't know. I think it depends on how you do it. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how you do it. That's the reason why. That's what the process is. That's actually a great question. Like if I automatically say I can never do this because I'm black, then I might not find something that's special. And so if I go in for that audition and I get the chance to see if I want to do it, I'm auditioning them just like they're auditioning me. Actually. So that's the process. And, people don't see it that way. Like you might not want to do this thing that you're going in for. You know, I'm going to go in, I'm going to meet the people, I'm going to see how they treat me when I walk in the room. I'm going to see if the director says do it the second time, like what was that like? Yeah. You know, do I like working with this person? If he says do it a third time, now we having a whole rehearsal now. So maybe I'll walk out of there and I'm like, I don't want to do this. Even if they call you like, nah.
I remember Michael B. Jordan got a little bit of flack because he said something that probably it makes more sense to people now. Remember he was like, he don't want to play just black roles or something. He just want to play roles.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, that's right. He was 100% right. Yeah. Because this role, in fact, in 21 Bridges, it was not written neither my role nor Stephan James' role. Roles were written as black characters. Obviously, they came to me and they were starting to think in a different way, which is good. That's great.
Right.
And so, but then once I became a producer, myself and Logan Coles, I was like, this role really has to be black to work. I feel like it to give us the most out of it, and so it became that.
And a good role is a good role. I think about Eddie Murphy and Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone was supposed to be Axel Foley, if I'm not mistaken, in Beverly Hills Cop.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See? Yep. So to me, a lot of it used to be. It actually still is. It still is this way. You get a script, and all the white characters never said the race, right? But all of the other characters, you know, it would announce their race. So you could read the script and go, well, that's white, that's white, that's white, that's white. And it used to be exactly like that. I think now, because people are trying to do a different thing, there are casting directors doing different things and directors doing different things. When you read a script now, you find cases where the white person is described as white because we're trying to tell you this person is white in our eyes. And I think, you know, the assumption is where that racism was. The assumption is that if I don't say this character is anything else, then they're white. And it goes wrong from then on.
Now, we were talking earlier about coincidences and things that happen. You know, Thurgood Marshall, you played him.
Right.
Today, we're doing something really, really big. We are raising money for the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. Okay. Which is helping young students go to HBCUs, black students go to HBCUs. Okay. You went to the fake HU, but it's still cool.
Okay.
You see where I went.
You can't do that while you're raising money for all HBCUs. You can't call one of them fake.
To do something so what we're doing shit on the HBCU.
We've been here since 6 a.m. Right. We're leaving tonight at midnight, and we're trying to raise anything we possibly can. And if you're out there listening, you can text change to 52182.
So there's no number.
You can get $10.
But you know, I just want to tell like what some of the people have donated.
Oh gosh.
Charlamagne, you donated to South Carolina, which is HBCU.
South Carolina State. You know, my mom went there. You know, we South Carolina people over here.
Now, how much you do? I can't remember the number you donated.
Last month I gave a cool $250,000.
250,000. Yeah. No pressure.
Right.
Wakanda is coming back.
The fuck are you talking about?
Wakanda, Black Panther's coming back shortly. This movie's amazing.
You just produced this new movie.
Something.
Okay. I'm not gonna go to 250 because I got some other stuff I need to get.
It's the holiday season. We understand.
Yeah. I know, but I'm saying
You don't have to say a number.
Yeah, but. Huh?
You don't have to say a number.
Don't say a number?
You can.
No, you can say a number.
You don't have to.
Are y'all working together or not?
We was working
Good cop, bad cop.
She's working against y'all right
now.
But I'm saying, I don't want you to feel pressure to say a number unless you want to.
Black people are visual people. If they hear you say a number,
so let me just tell you something. So Maury Povich, Maury, he gave $15,000.
Right.
Michael Rubin, partner of the 76ers.
Yeah.
He gave $100,000.
Yeah.
But then he threw in another $25,000 if we wear a Sixers jersey once a week.
Oh, okay. I can't do that.
You have to do it. It's for the kids, G.
I'm a Nets fan.
All right.
Just give us 10% of whatever Black Panther made.
We'll take that.
No. This is crazy. I feel the energy over here, the energy over here. Go ahead. Keep going.
That's it. We done. That was our pitch.
Spill.
That's it.
That was our pitch.
Okay.
That was our spill.
And so do I have to give to a specific school or can I give?
No, you just can't give it to Howard, man.
You give to the Thurgood Marshall
I can't.
Foundation.
But you just said South Carolina State.
No,
well, I did that on my own. That was a direct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we,
so y'all threw that in. That ain't have nothing.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with it.
That ain't have nothing to do with it.
It sounded good. It sounded good when you hear that $250,000.
I want to be clear when I'm being hustled. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. I will give 100,000.
What?
$100,000.
Wakanda for.
That is amazing.
Wow, Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman is the greatest black actor of our generation.
Yes, he is, man.
I just want to throw that out there. Sorry, Michael B. Sorry, Jason Mitchell. Sorry, Lakeith Stanfield. Y'all don't know.
Howard's number one.
This is the greatest black actor of our generation. It's not even close.
I'm sorry, Hampton. I know you're going to call me, but hey.
All right, everybody go see 21 Bridges.
You just made Indy shit on his own HBCU. He said Howard is number one.
I did, man.
Damn. That's all it took?
Pretty much.
Oh, my God.
All right, well, we appreciate you for joining us.
You just made my day. You made a lot of Howard's people day.
But
Hampton's not feeling you too much right now.
You're going to wear a 76ers jersey one time a week until the season's over?
Yeah, but I didn't go to college. You shitted on your HBCU just
now.
Well, you can never say the real HU ever again.
We're going to play this clip over and over. And I just want to say...
Howard is going to play
until somebody in my college donates
$101,000. We're going to... This is going to go viral.
You ain't flipping New Jersey.
Envy done sold his soul.
We got one more minute.
And one last thing, I didn't agree to the 76ers jersey thing. I wasn't here when Michael Rubin was here, so I can't.
It's for the kids, G.
I'm not.
Now, just let you know, my people will be vetting this organization to make sure it's on the up and up.
You played Thurgood Marshall.
You played Thurgood Marshall.
It's the Thurgood Marshall College Fund.
That ain't got nothing to do with my money.
That's right. Now, speaking of this, speaking of that, do you think your
joking, yeah.
Do you think your roles in other movies were appreciated more after Black Panther, like the Thurgood Marshall, like the Jackie Robinson?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Well, to be honest with you, that you hope that people will appreciate the roles that you do. That is actually part of the body of work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, for me, I'm trying to look for different stuff. And, if you watch something new, then I feel like you should be able to appreciate the old stuff because you saw, that's a different part of him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to show you different parts of me. And so hopefully that's what it does.
Did you ever feel like Black Panther would overshadow the rest of your career? Because it's hard.
No.
You got to get sick of hearing Wakanda.
No.
Wakanda forever.
No, I want Wakanda. I want us to be Wakanda.
Word.
Yeah, I don't want to get sick and tired of hearing it because it's an ideal to reach.
Yeah.
Actually. So, yeah, I don't get upset when people are asking me to do the thing. I get upset when people want me to do it like I'm tap dancing.
Oh, right.
Right? Not upset, but it's like, I'm not tap dancing for you. Like, to do that Wakanda thing, you want me do that. No, it's a salute. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if you do it to me, I do it back to you.
Yes. If you black, you walk up to you and go boom.
Yeah.
White people be like, hey, do that
exactly.
Wakanda thing.
How does part 2 start?
It starts. Nah,
Well, we really appreciate you for joining us, man. The movie 21 Bridges is in theater this Friday. Go check it out. And thank you so much.
Thanks,
and
Ryan.
yes, Howard is number
generous.
1 today.
21 Bridges.
Tomorrow,
starring 21 Bridges starring the greatest black actor of our generation from South Carolina who donated $100,000 to goddamn Change for Change.
That's right.
Amazing.
We appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, man.
Chadwick Boseman, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.